Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com, dwyervip.com, sneaking in a video here from my office. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. You know, they had a pretty big dust-up at the Tyson Fury Steve Cunningham press conference. And Cunningham claimed that Fury would be garbage if he wasn't 6'9", and further claimed that Fury was just like Marco Huck. Now let me just say, both of those statements are silly. Understand that Tyson Fury is a technician and would be at any height, right? In fact, I would argue that Tyson Fury has a better skill set than Vladimir Klitschko on the inside. I don't believe it's close. Fury actually has a very strong inside game. Take a look at his win over Derek Chisora. That film is Exhibit A, right? Vladimir Klitschko doesn't have that inside game, right? Fury, let's just say too that Fury has an outside game and is an excellent counterpuncher. Fury, in my opinion, has actually fought and taken on a very difficult technical matchup in beating Kevin Johnson, right? I'm expecting Fury to beat Steve Cunningham. Steve Cunningham is much smaller than Fury. Believe it or not, between these two fighters, the guy who throws the better combinations, in other words, punches in bunches, framed together, is Tyson Fury, not Cunningham. I'll agree that Cunningham has an excellent jab, but he doesn't throw a combination behind the jab. Also pay attention to the size dynamic. We have weight classes for a reason, right? Cunningham is really a cruiserweight. In his recent fight against Tomas Ademic, I don't believe Cunningham weighed even 205 pounds, right? And so my point to you is simply this. Tyson Fury, skill-wise, in my opinion, is more advanced than Steve Cunningham. He has a better inside game than Cunningham. He has the more fluid combinations than Cunningham. Keep in mind, too, that Tyson Fury can actually fight you right-handed or left-handed. He's much better from the right side. But Tyson Fury is a guy who has figured out the angles and who really is a technical fighter. So when you hear Steve Cunningham comparing him to Marco Huck, who's really a good straight right hand wrapped around athleticism, Huck's the other end of the boxing spectrum from Tyson Fury. Fury's a talent married to great technique. Marco Huck is talent without the technique, right? You could literally bend down against Marco Huck like Alexander Povetkin did and completely neutralize Huck's overhand right? And you could literally stay bent over for most of the fight. You try that against Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury is going to hit you with a crisp combination that includes an uppercut. Really, the recent fighter who reminds me the most about Tyson Fury, in other words, combination punching with inside skills mixed with an outside game, is Riddick Bowe, right? So I'm expecting Tyson Fury to win this fight by a margin. I'll be surprised if the fight's competitive in the later rounds. Right, keep in mind, too, that Steve Cunningham had major chin problems at cruiserweight. Right, Cunningham, quite frankly, got beaten up by Hernandez at cruiserweight in a fight that was a bit shocking. I'm talking about the rematch between those two guys. Even in the first fight, Steve Cunningham was down on the canvas early. I'll be surprised, quite frankly, if Cunningham doesn't get rocked and beaten up in this fight by Tyson Fury. I don't expect a close fight like we had with Cunningham against Tomas Ademic. I'll follow up with a more exhaustive interview when I'm in a venue where I could actually talk at length about it. Anyway, just know that I like Tyson Fury over Steve Cunningham. I wouldn't be surprised by a stoppage. Understand Fury's the much bigger man. Understand, too, that Fury's last opponent, Kevin Johnson, was underrated. So you shouldn't look at the fact that Kevin Johnson went the distance against Tyson Fury and reach a lot of conclusions. Understand that Kevin Johnson also went the distance against Vitaly Klitschko, which also is very hard to do. And he didn't look as beaten up at the end of that fight as, let's say, Shannon Briggs did when those two fought. Let me hear from you. I believe Tyson Fury is a talent. I believe Tyson Fury should be fighting a Klitschko. I believe Tyson Fury, quite frankly, should be compared against the Klitschkos, not contenders like Steve Cunningham. Let me hear from you. Leave your comments for me here online. Visit us at gamblersadvisory.com. And to the gamblers, let me just point out that there is a health risk with Tyson Fury because he himself points out that he has major mood swings. You should be aware of that, right? Because there have been fighters historically who've had major mood swings who've shown up lethargic for fights. Just think Mike Tyson back in the day, right? So there is a little bit extra risk with Fury above and beyond his talent level. Thanks for watching.